Stood up well to him there. Ferdinand. Marcelo. And here's Ibrahimovic. Maicon's cross. He's done well to get that clear. Cruyff. Vietnam appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's found a way through. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. It's a good 35 yards out, this.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Just about up to the hour now. Played out wide. And this is Schneider. Marcelo has it in a wide position. So their fourth corner of the game.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7. El dorsal 21.
Maicon plays it short.
Messi. El dorsal 17.
Barcelona are looking to go forward now.
Vieira. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 22. El dorsal 9.
Ferdinand.
El dorsal 2. El
Coller.
dorsal 13.
Now it's
Se va a
on it.
realizar un cambio de
DiMarco.
jugadores.
Hoisted in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Spread to the right. Hangs in a cross. And that's been well dealt with. Collar! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And again. And he's heaved it away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Ferdinand with the clearance. Can he get it through? And he shoots! Well taken goal. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Ronaldo going after that. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. 75 minutes played. Marcelo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Threads one in. And the ball is out of play. And it's DiMarco. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Beckham. Looks to the other side. Pass somewhat off target. That's an excellent interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Davids. Maicon. Maicon. And here's Hullet. That's Vieira. That's destined for the flank. There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. DiMarco. And he whips. He's rising! Not the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it. Del Piero going forward. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bellingham. Hullet. And it's Marcelo.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
And the pass is intercepted. Hullet. This looks promising. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Oh, it's fabulous! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that...
And that is that. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Marcelo. Cross goes in there. Towering header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Ibrahimovic clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that has been cleared. And he shoots! Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Cruyff. Oh, this is a terrific run.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
And this Cruyff! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Barcelona really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Ribéry. Swung over. Michael. Beckham. Pepe clears without hesitation. Quick look, thought about cutting in, and a header! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Out towards the flank. Delivers the ball. Ferdinand tries to clear. Back in one. He's rising! Oh, he's hit the bar! And one thing is for sure, that will not deter him.
He looks to me like he's enjoying his personal duel with this keeper.
So we're still where we started right now. Marcelo is always looking to play quality balls. Marcelo makes a dash for it. Now the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vieira spots it and intercepts.
Vietnam genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack. Variation, unpredictability, you know, that's always key to success.
Driven in, cleared away, and it's Beckham. Played out to the left flank. What a throw in. Cross to the back post. Ferdinand with the clearance. Oh, easy pickings there. It's a really well-measured ball. 30 minutes gone. Not where it came from. And that's a goal kick. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is Paulette. Roberto Carlos. Oh, what has happened here? And it's been hooked away. Ribéry did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Cruyff defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Beckham. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Marcelo. That has been slung wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for the run. Bellingham gets flagged offside. Ribery quietly revving up. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And for the first half, that is that. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Back on the way then. Both sides defensively robust up to now.
Vietnam clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Maldini goes looking wide. Ribery, and he's managed to get free. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Nicely weighted ball. Taken back almost at once. Ribery. Over to the other side. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Marcelo. Flings in across. And here's the chance to counter. Cruyff. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, there's the clearance. It is still anyone's game, 0-0.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Marcelo. And it's Bellingham. Beckham. Played out towards the right wing. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
It's their second corner of the game.
El dorsal 21. Messi. El dorsal 10.
He leaps for it. Goal! Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
The first breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Shot a goal! And a neat finish. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Vieira. And that's a dangerous ball. Gives it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Oh, it's played into the impressive jump. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, right place, right time.
Well, you'd expect nothing less from him, Peter.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Schneider powering forward here. And that is headed for getting up there! And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Great vision. Now it's Yamal.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Pass somewhat off target. And he's there to clear it. Davids. Nicely shaped ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Vieira. 2 minutes to be added on. Bellingham. DiMarco picks it up out wide. Looking for the far post. Terrific effort! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game... The end time is up. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not often you see such haphazard...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things already rolling. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And this is Ibrahimovic. There is Franck Ribéry, just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Yeah, double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like that.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Yeah, looking for a runner. He's in plenty of space here. It's a promising position.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, good effort! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Ferdinand is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
This is a promising build-up. And it's Marcelo. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's really good defending. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Beckham. He's got plenty of space out wide here. They get a throw in. Seedorf. Maicon. Now here's the delivery. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Ribéry. Knocks it out wide. Pinches it off him. Maicon was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Stood up well to him there. Looking for options for movement. Ribéry. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. No, that's been intercepted. That's a good run down the left. And here's Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos promptly onto that, and that is that. Vieira. Looking to play him in. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Messi stood his ground strongly. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
That ball looks a good one. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a corner kick. And he's there to clear it. And it's Ribéry. And Beckham! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Beckham certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ibrahimovic! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
And this is Ronaldo. Messi. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Played out wide. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Seedorf. That's a sharp pass. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hullet. Michael. Now it's Beckham. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough.
And the shot! There it is!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team.
And that is indeed the final act. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Barcelona are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then.
Barcelona definitely want to...
Oh, good climb! And that's a tidy finish. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And the keeper beats it away. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And here's Ribéry. He shifted it to the flank. Ribéry takes aim and crosses.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now, can they get him away? Deflected behind for a corner kick. Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Marcelo. Ribéry. Nice control. 60 minutes played. Over to the right flank. In towards the back stick. Spread it left. Crossed in again. Stam getting this one clear. And now the breakaway. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Ribéry. Now Seedorf. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's had a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Barcelona have their lead.
Vietnam really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Gullit is herring after that one. Icon is looking to influence the game from out wide. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Pepe. Ah, he's given it away. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Seedorf. Maicon has created one goal already. And it's Cruyff. And the pass is intercepted. Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
So we have
7,
movement on both
el
benches.
dorsal 21, Messi.
Koller.
El dorsal
Seedorf
8,
has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
El dorsal
Spread
10,
out to the left.
Vieira.
Gullit
Serán
going after that.
sustituidos por el dorsal
Chance here to counter.
El dorsal
That's good vision.
El dorsal 23.
Del Piero
El
is
dorsal
onto this.
24. Bale.
Not pretty, but it gets
El
the job
dorsal
done.
13. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Plays it across. He leaps for it.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Beckham. Messi. Showing good feet.
2 minutos de descuento.
Del Piero. Davids. And it's Del Piero. Not where it came from. And that is expertly dealt with. Added time is up. And there goes the whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So we're very much on the way now. And he welcomes it in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Bellingham. Well, we hardly need reminding, Jim, of the strengths of David Beckham. He could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, isn't he, Peter? No one could match his accuracy or technique in delivering the ball. On top of that, you have his great fitness levels getting up and down the pitch, and his big game mentality, and his quiet leadership.
Vieira. Bellingham. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Cristiano Ronaldo touches it back. Cross into the... Oh, good climb! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Roberto Carlos. And he's managed to get free. Cruyff. Roberto Carlos. Lofted in. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Beckham. Steaming on goalwards. Real chance! There it is! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Vietnam have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Pass somewhat off target. That pass has been well intercepted.
Barcelona really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Messi. That's destined for the flank. Aimed at the far side. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Almost half an hour in now. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's a... And Hullet! Well, that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Maldini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted.
Vietnam genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack. Variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Pull it. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And he shoots! And no mistake. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly...
Decent chance! He's delivered all right!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And he is deftly away. Chance! Well, now in he goes again. And he hits the net. They are purring, truly purring. So a temporary halt to the action.
Barcelona are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Barcelona claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And the shot! Vieira.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Bellingham. Messi. And that has left him in a heap. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Pull it. Shot, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So now the difference is 3. And he's there to retrieve it. Bellingham. And it's Messi. That's a throw. And he's picked it up out wide. And the cross comes in. Ferdinand is there, and he can get that clear. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Just about up to the hour now. And here's Ibrahimovic. And here's Ibrahimovic. And a chance! And he's stuck it away. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Vietnam may be down, but not out just yet. Great work on the overlap. Getting up there! Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that has been cleared. That has not gone well.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7, el dorsal 21, Messi.
And he goes
El
crossfield.
dorsal 10,
Maicon.
Vieira.
Maicon
El dorsal
drives
6,
forward on the overlap.
Roberto Carlos. El dorsal 17, Pepe. Serán sustituidos.
And this is
por
Pullet.
el dorsal 22, el dorsal 9, el
Almost
dorsal
75
13,
minutes on the
el
clock
dorsal
now.
24,
Maicon
Bale.
promptly onto
el
that,
dorsal
and that is
23.
that.
Cambio de jugadores.
Passing is crisp and sharp. DiMarco couldn't squeeze it through. Pullet is onto it in a flash. Space for him to turn and look. Towering header!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a sharp little ball here. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Maicon. Pullet. Schneider. Oh, great leap! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And a header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Barcelona clearly now in lead preservation mode. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ferdinand is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Maicon.
2 minutos de descuento.
Beckham. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Tries to pass it through. Out towards the flank. Vietnam could have here their final chance. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And that will be the final act. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort, fall behind. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings the power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And it's Roberto Carlos. And this is Hullet. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Chance! Schneider. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And Marcelo. Chooses to go cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Nicely weighted ball. Delivers with whip. Pepe attempts a clearance. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. And it's Cruyff. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, super ball! And he couldn't finish.
Hullet deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And they've got a throw. Cruyff. Lahm gets into a good position. Lovely feet. Lahm plays it in. It's their second corner of the game. Keeper has taken decisive action. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. It's a promising position. Played in. Oh, good climb!
Vietnam really
Shoots! And the shot count keeps on rising.
I suppose he's the type, Peter, where you gauge how well he's playing by the number of shots he gets away.
Definitely not one of his best. Roberto Carlos venturing down the left. He's through here. He's having a shot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Barcelona have their third corner. He's rising! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Maicon clears without hesitation. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. Lahm, foot in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That has not gone well. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played out to the left flank.
Vietnam really do like to play with a distinctive style, one that's pacey and expansive.
And they have the players, those players that love a gallop or two out wide.
Yeah, they're the key supply routes, Peter, carrying the ball and then delivering it across that box.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Lahm delivers. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Schneider. That's good play. And this is Ronaldo. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Lahm. Vieira. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Seedorf.
Might want to be careful there.
The referee's awarded a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Oh, he's done well. Great stop. And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Barcelona up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And we are back on the way. Barcelona currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Cruyff tries to pass it through. Well, they can break here. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, no circumventing this opponent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's an excellent interception. And here's Beckham. Beckham. Messi. Schneider cuts out the pass. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And it's Marcelo. In towards the back stick. And that's a good finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Vietnam restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Barcelona get their fourth corner. Towering header! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Great ball if he can get there. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. It's a smartly directed ball. It'll be a throw-in.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7. El dorsal
And that
21.
interception was
Messi.
most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
El dorsal 4.
Ferdinand.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Barcelona
22.
do have options
El dorsal
available on the
9.
bench
El
if they want to
dorsal
go that
13.
way.
El dorsal 11.
Knocks it into space.
Se va
Aimed at the
marcando
far
un cambio
side.
de jugadores.
And that should get the job done. And the shot! Well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vietnam have their lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Looking to play him in. Swings in a terrific effort. Oh, good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Barcelona drag themselves back again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed.
Chance! Oh, he's hit the bar!
Vietnam really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Del Piero. Oh, it's Ibrahimovic! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's...
Oh, what has happened here? DiMarco unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's where it came from. Pull it. Out towards the flank. DiMarco in towards the back stick. Ferdinand attempts a clearance. Cristiano Ronaldo. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Maldini. It's an inviting looking ball, that. DiMarco. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
All hands on deck for this one. Beckham with the short one. Hangs one in. Tries to get it clear. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things already rolling. Now, can they get him away? And it's Snyder. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Marcelo. Yeah. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Pinches it off him. Cruyff. This is promising. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff touches it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Ribery. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Aimed beyond the defence. Cross goes in there. Impressive jump. Quarter of an hour played. That is good alertness. So it is still 0-0. Looking to play him in. Ribery crosses.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Cruyff. Messi. That's Vieira. Played out wide. Roberto Carlos. In towards the back stick. That's a decent clearance. Played back in. He's rising!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
No, that's been intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. Beckham. Nice control. Vieira. And it's Vieira. Now, what about a counter-attack? Maicon. Vieira. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Ribéry. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Vietnam with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Vieira. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. And the counter is on. And it's Beckham. Vieira. Some intricate passing, takes the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's picked it up out wide. Ball in towards towering header! Harmlessly behind. Pullet with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Roberto Carlos. Lovely bit of skill. Cruyff. Out towards the flank. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Marcelo. And it's Ribéry. And it's Schneider. That's Vieira. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Gullit. Maldini cuts it out. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this. That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Can he latch on to this? Oh, what has happened here? Hoisted it. Oh, great leap! And he's there to belt it away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Schneider can so cleverly bypass the press. Back where it came from. Ribéry. That's good play. Lovely feet. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. And they've switched it over to the other side. And here's Beckham. Well read, and the danger is averted. That's going up front in a hurry. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ferdinand. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Vietnam appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Beckham. And it's Snyder. And it's Marcelo. Marcelo. Now the delivery. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, just too much pressure on them in the end, Peter.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. Messi. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, that's nice. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff with... He leaps for it!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Just about up to 75 minutes. Maicon finding himself in space.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
El dorsal 10. Vieira. El dorsal
And a header!
serán sustituidos.
Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
El dorsal 11. Ibrahimovic. Cambio de jugadores.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Davids. Driving forward, looking for options for movement.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's Hullet. And he's quick to return it. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. He's found a way through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Hullet. Vieira. Spread out to the left. Seedorf. Pull it. Over to the right flank. Showing good feet. Beckham.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Ibrahimovic. And time is up. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable.